Welcome to the Easter Assembly. With all of the challenges that we have faced in recent times, the Christian Festival of Easter has many important messages for our school community and for us individually as well. The message of Easter is one of victory over adversity, and this will be explored through the Bible readings and reflections throughout this assembly. Easter is a celebration of one who suffered to help others. The Christian faith finds its meaning and solution in the suffering of Christ on the cross. And yet Jesus, at the peak of his suffering on the cross, called out God to help him.
My God, why have you abandoned me?" And immediately one of them ran and got a sponge. He filled it with wine vinegar, put it on a staff, and offered it to Jesus to drink. And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit.
Jesus' cry to God was full of pain and suffering, but he knew that he had to endure this suffering to fulfill what God had planned for him.
Let's now reflect on our first Easter message. The Christian faith mourns the suffering that Christ went through, and yet celebrates his resilience to see through the mission he had begun in order to gain victory for others. As Jesus endured suffering on behalf of others, so we are reminded of all those who have put others first throughout this pandemic.
And we have too learned to overcome adversity in these challenging times. Our individual resilience is a victory over suffering.
The third day after the death of Jesus and the empty tomb. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the entrance. So she came running to Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one Jesus loved, and said, "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have put him." So Peter and the other disciple started for the tomb. Both were running, but the other disciple outran Peter and reached the tomb first. He bent over and looked in at the strips of linen lying there, but did not go in. Then Simon Peter came along behind him and went straight into the tomb. He saw the strips of linen lying there, as well as the cloth that had been wrapped around Jesus' head. The cloth was still lying in its place, separate from the linen. Finally, the other disciple, who had reached the tomb first, also went inside. He saw and believed.
A reflection on the Easter message of love. Mary and the disciples act out of love for Jesus and for each other. Mary Magdalene needs the help of the disciples, but she also counts on the willingness to believe and trust in her. Easter reminds us of the importance of friendship and love. We need people in our lives to help us, to trust us, to comfort us when things may not be going as well as we would like. It is a time to appreciate our friendships and the love we have in our lives.
Jesus appears to Mary. Now Mary stood outside the tomb crying. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb and saw two angels in white, seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and the other at the foot. They asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "They have taken my Lord away," she said, "and I don't know where they've put him." At this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not realize that it was Jesus. He asked her, "Woman, why are you crying? Who is it that you are looking for?" Thinking he was the gardener, she said, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him." Jesus said to her, "Maria." She turned toward him and cried out in Aramaic, "Rabboni," which means teacher.
A reflection on the Easter message of appreciation. Easter challenges us to appreciate. Mary does not realise that the risen Christ is before her, and perhaps she was so blinded by the impossibility of Jesus standing before her that she was unable to identify him. In our lives, do we always appreciate what we have? Are there things in our own lives that appear before us on a day-to-day basis that we forget to appreciate, withhold our feelings, or simply do not acknowledge their importance? Let's begin to think and act in ways that show we care, more alert to moments of appreciation.
Jesus appears to his disciples. On the evening of the first day of the week, when the disciples were together, with the doors locked for fear of the Jewish leaders, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." After he said this, he showed them his hands and side. The disciples were overjoyed when they saw the Lord. Again Jesus said, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, I am sending you." And with that he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive anyone's sins, their sins are forgiven. If you do not forgive them, they are not forgiven."
A reflection on the Easter message of forgiveness. Have you ever forgiven someone? What did it feel like? You may have felt pain, relief, peace, hurt. Forgiveness could be one of the most challenging things we ever do. To offer forgiveness, to be truly sorry, to regret, to be willing to restore a broken relationship, to want to be released from hurt, misunderstanding, and guilt, and to receive forgiveness. To show understanding, not to retaliate or take revenge, to give up anger, hatred, bitterness, pain.
Jesus appears to Thomas. Now Thomas, one of the 12 disciples, was not with the disciples when Jesus appeared to them. So the other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord." But he said to them, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands, and put my fingers where the nails were, and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." A week later, his disciples were in the house again, and Thomas was with them. Though the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe." Thomas said to him, "My Lord and my God." Then Jesus told him, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed."
A reflection on faith. Thomas lacked faith, and so as a result, found it difficult to believe the claims of those who had seen the risen Jesus. The Easter narrative challenges us to think about our own faith. What do we have faith in? When should we be trusting? And when should we challenge? If we do not have faith in our own capabilities and judgments, then we could continue to stumble. So be confident, but it is also equally important to hold onto your faith in others.
BGS is a community built on trust, in and outside of the classroom. It is a place to thrive and grow. Easter is a time to think of what happens next. What can I do with the help of others to make the most of my talents in this school?
And so what about hope? To identify our pain with that of one who hangs on the cross. This is what Christians understand as redemptive suffering. Because of redemptive suffering, suffering that has purpose, we are able to look upon the cross, but we know it does not end in death. We are an Easter people. People who believe in new possibilities and who believe in new beginnings. For Christians, they believe that because of Jesus' victory over death, there is new life and resurrection. They believe in Jesus who hung on the cross, was buried, and on the third day rose from the dead. This is a message of hope. The Easter story is about sorrow that turns into joy, and that despair does not have the final word. Hope does. We bring Easter hope Easter joy, Easter life to enhance our world.
We hope that these reflections have made you think carefully about the importance of Easter as a Christian festival, but also as a time that should mean something to all of us. Thank you and happy Easter.